said the thing. Okay.
Welcome to my yoga class. We start sitting in a comfortable position.
Okay.
Easy pose called sitting cross-legged.
Okay.
For now, this one is enough. If this is uncomfortable, you can choose hero's pose, which is sitting on top of your feet like this. Yeah,
Let's
you
try.
choose either or. I'm gonna be sitting on easy pose.
No, I like this one.
Okay, so and we begin by closing your eyes. The sun is on my face. You cannot see me closing my eyes, but I have them closed. And then just gently focus on your breath. So yoga means union. And the union it refers to is of the mind and the body. And you achieve that by just telling your mind to just like overly focus on the breath. Maybe in your mind you're saying inhale. And then allow your body to inhale. Then you're saying on your head, exhale. Allow yourself to exhale. Or maybe you want to count the breath. How long you can keep your mind focused on the breath. Then don't worry about losing count. Just worry about always going back to the breath. Whatever you're doing, the idea is that you slowly connecting the mind and the body. No, you're not just observing your breath. If you notice, you observe the tiny little movement that the breath creates in your body, the inhale. You notice how your rib cage expands and you notice the exhale, the opposite happens. You deflate. Maybe you notice how your shoulders come up a little bit at the inhales and how you relax them further at the exhale. Things like that. You start noticing that's also your drishti, your inner vision. With your eyes closed, you can tell that your hands are on top of your knees. You're not seeing them with your physical eyes, but you're seeing it inwardly with your mind. Take a couple of breaths of yours at your own pace. And slowly elongate the inhales. And make noise at the exhale. These are vibrational breaths. Let's practice now. Inhale. Exhale outside. Let me hear you. Inhale. Maybe try HM with the mouth closed. This type of breathing helps you to gather more strength at any posing class that you feel like you need a little bit more strength and breathe on your own outside. Or it also helps you if you lost your mind and body connection, that drishti. Take a deep breath in. I might kill this type of breathing, but do use them. Don't be scared to sound silly. Use the breathing on your own. Now flutter your eyes open and inhale, look up with your neck and everything. And then exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. You're gonna notice your throat is opening and the back of your neck is crushed, getting crushed a little bit. Go all the way that you can with your mouth closed. And then on the exhale, try to get your chin towards your neck. And then now feel the back of your neck elongating and opening. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, come on up. One more set. Exhale, come down. And then inhale, start rotating one side to side. That feels more natural to you to start rotating. Try to get all the range of motion that you can here. Exaggerate as much as you can the rotation. The next time you're below, go and rotate the other way. Maybe you start small, the movement, but slowly make them bigger, the rotations. And notice if there are other parts of your body movement, just like you practice reach deep. It's okay if they're moving. Maybe you're moving with your whole spine, that's fine. Just focus on your neck, the movement, how they feel. Slowly come back to center. Look up straight once again. And then left arm, let me do it camera side. Left arm extends to the side. Maybe your fingers grazing the mat. And then inhale, right arm comes up. And then you place the palm of your hand on the other side. And then exhale. Let your palm guide your neck to the other side, side bending. So your arm extending creates opposite force for where your arm is guiding your neck here. And now you feel all of your neck opening here. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center and then alternate hands. The exhale, you're guiding your neck towards the opposite side. ¿Cómo fue? One more inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, get your hands interlaced behind your back. And then you're gonna guide your hands as interlaced as they are to one side of your hips, trying to get like at the bend of your hip here. And then your elbows, they're gonna try to meet each other. Of course, they're not gonna meet, but you have that strength there that's trying to get your elbows to the back. And then inhale, tall spine, elongate, try to get yourself straight. And then exhale, look the opposite way where your hands are at. Feel your shoulders now, they're opening, starting to open. And also feel your neck. You have way more an opening here. When you started in class, up and down, now for the side of the neck. One more inhale here. And inhale here, exhale, come back to center, release the hands, neck looking to the front. Inhale, tall spine, to get your hands to the other side now, and then exhale, look the other way. Remember to get your elbows trying to reach the back. And look as much as you can to the side, so that you can open your neck as much as is available to you. One more inhale here, exhale, come back to center, loosen up the grip of your hands, and maybe loosen up your shoulders as they were. And then get your hands onto the mat and try to get yourself in tabletop position, aka standing in no force. Align your hands underneath your shoulders, your hips directly on top of your knees. And right away, go through cat-cows. So at the inhale, you look up even with your eyeballs, and then you point the tailbone up also to the sky. This is the cow part. Exhale, now you look down, point the tailbone down. This is the cat part.
Like this.
Yeah. So inhale, keep going. You move like a cow, arch your spine. Exhale, look down for the cat. Scaredy cat in Halloween. Inhale, look up, arch your spine. And also feel your neck, all the range of motion you're giving, not just your spine. Exhale, look down, elongate your neck, round your spine. Keep going at your own breathing pattern. No right or wrong here, no too fast or slow here. If you want to start rotating the crown of your head and your tailbone, you can do that too. Just make sure to give yourself both sides of the rotation. And at your next exhale, come back to a neutral spine, aka the crown of the head is the one looking forward, your tailbone directly back. And then you're gonna slowly put your weight back on top of your feet. You're in a child's pose. Before we move on, I want you to know that child's pose is the pose that you come to at any point in class that vibrational breath don't work for you to give you more strength. If you need to take a break, come back here. As long as you notice your breath, you're still doing yoga. You're doing yoga as long as you're still on top of your mat. If I'm talking and I see you coming into child's pose, then I know we need to take a break, okay? And now slowly wiggle out of your child's pose, sway it sideways and extend your arms so much longer in front of you that everything lifts off the mat. And then guiding your shin, hovering off the mat, you're gonna come all the way to kind of like a kneeling plank position here. Even looking up, and then exhale, coming all the way down to the child's pose. Inhale, and then you're back here. Exhale, all the way down into child's pose. These are quad rockers. Inhale, you're feeling a little bit of a back bend. Look up with your neck, shoulders away from ears. And then exhale, rounding your spine. Come on down. Inhale, all the way up again. Exhale. Now start doing it a little bit smaller and smaller. Don't exaggerate the movement. But you're rounding and arcing your spine until you stop once again at tabletop position. Let me know when you're here again. And then, so before we go into the first downward facing dog of class, I want you to have a strong grounding for your hands. So lift one heel of your hand at a time, and then put them down. Notice the strength that you have at the front of your hand, at the ball of your hand. You try to have more weight over there when you place your heel back down, and then grip the mat. Separate your fingers nice and wide. Grip the mat even with your fingertips. Now you have a very strong grip of that mat. Curl your toes under and lift your knees, lift your hips, and you're in downward facing dog or inverted V shape. And then just moving around right now is the first one that you have ever done, actually, I think, of class. So pedal your feet maybe, or test your hand grounding by lightly hopping, or shift your weight back and forth from high plank into downward facing dog. So whenever we are in high plank and in downward facing dog, the hands and feet positioning are the same. You're doing in your downward facing dog, slowly reduce the movement of that. And right before you find stillness here, you're gonna keep your legs bent so that you have your tailbone loose, your pelvis.
My pelvis?
The pelvis towards the sky. And then you're gonna try and get your space between your belly and thighs separated. There we go. This is What
Like
you
this?
look for at every downward facing dog, a nice straight spine. So now exhale, take a walk forward until your feet are roughly behind your hands. This is forward fold, and keep your legs bent so that you can rest your belly now in between thighs and head heavy here.
Like this?
Yeah, just get it heavy, maybe sway, loose up the hands from the mat. Maybe sway it sideways or grab opposite elbows. Is the hand on the mat, raising the mat. Don't let you graze sideways, grab opposite elbows and loosen up the neck. Check it, yes or no. Maybe interlace your hands behind your neck to give
Okay.
more weight to your upper body and to elongate your neck as well here.
Okay.
Slowly release the hands wherever they are. You're hanging heavy. Inhale, lift your upper body only half of the way. We're still saluting, by the way. So rest your upper body's weight with your hands at the legs, not on the knees. So find either your shin or your thighs. Don't stop at the knees. Protect your joints. And
Okay.
once you bring halfway lift, you have a spine like in tabletop. Crown of the head looks forward, your tailbone looks back. Exhale, come down into forward fold once again, and then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, and you're in Tadasana, mountain pose.
Uh, I
Now,
got lost in there.
okay,
What? I put my
just
hands right here, okay?
your arms all the way up.
My arms, okay. Here,
Hey, what the hell? There's a
all the way up.
time limit.
Excuse me?
Sorry. This thing is saying the meeting will end in 10 minutes, but I'm gonna start another one in right away, okay? So we're in mountain pose. Palms are facing each other, shoulders away from ears. Close your eyes, use your drishti for this one. And then inhale, squeeze your belly button up and in so that you activate your core muscles. And then exhale, don't let go of that activation. In case you lost it, inhale, squeeze your belly button up and in once again. Feel the core activation. Exhale, keep it there, keep breathing. Inhale, now raise your kneecaps towards your hips so that you give yourself nice and active legs, strong knee joints. And then inhale, raise your toes so that you feel your inner feet arches activating. And then at the exhale, carefully place them back down onto the mat, gripping the mat even with your toes, like I taught you with the hands before, for a strong grounding at the feet. Now flutter your eyes open and look up or reach back. Exhale, come all the way down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Usually you can your mat long the long way. Yeah. Exhale, plant your palms, strong as I taught you. Step your feet back, you're in high plank, and then we do the first vinyasa of this class. So vinyasa means flow, and this is what I teach, vinyasa. These are the 4 movements how we rinse up a series of poses. When you're high plank, you can do this with your knees down. If you're not feeling too strong, that's all well and good. If you're feeling strong, you can come into these 2 versions. I'm gonna teach you the first one now. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale, point your toes, lift your shin, you will lift your heart, you're in low cobra. And this comes with no weight with your hands. If you separate them, you're still lifted. This is coming from your lower back muscles. With your hands under your shoulders as they were. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift yourself and lift your hips. You're back at downward facing dog. We're gonna sound salute again. This time, 1 breath one movement, only breathing and moving. Exhale, hold, in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. At this time, at the peak of your inhale, look up, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, and I'm gonna guide you through the second version of vinyasa. The standard one, the little bit harder one. Again, you can do it also with your knees down or skip the vinyasa if that's what calling you. Come from high plank straight into downward facing dog. Now, if you want to do the second vinyasa, inhale, push the mat away even further from high plank. Exhale, only lower yourself halfway down till elbows hit the rib cage, chaturanga. And then inhale, roll forward from your toes. This is upward facing dog. Your knees are still off the mat. Shoulders away from ears. You're lifting your heart and shining it forward as much as you can. Exhale, curl back from your toes, hips high, and you're once again a downward facing dog. And keep it moving. I want you to repeat the sun salutation now on your own. One breath, one movement like we just did it. That's it. I'm not gonna guide you anymore. You're gonna listen to your body, how it wants to transition into the poses, how it wants to align itself into the poses. No right or wrong, you explore on your own. And from here on, you get to choose your own version of vinyasa, whichever worked out better for you. So we'll meet again at downward facing dog, and if you're there, exhale, empty. Inhale long, reach and pull, and exhale, let go. From your downward facing dog, inhale, lift your right leg up. This is three-legged dog. Point with your heel. Worry about height. Just worry about elongating your legs. So raise your kneecap, point with your heel, flex your toes. Exhale, bend your leg and knee towards your face and plant your foot in between your hands or wherever it landed, you're gonna guide your foot somewhere in between your hands. Your back will come down with your toes pointed a little bit forward, about your 45-degree angle, your foot. And then inhale, lift your upper body up like you did in mountain pose, but this time you're in warrior one posture. And then find a little bit of alignment here. Your back, both of your feet completely grounded, gripping the mat even with your toes. Even though the feet are a different positioning, you have equal weight distribution on them. So you should be able to feel that with your strong grounding at your feet. Your back leg completely straight and raising your kneecap. Your front leg, the lunging leg, it should be knee on top of your ankle. So if you look through your knee and you see your big toe only, you're good. If you don't see your foot at all, you're lunging too much. If you see your whole foot, you need to lunge a little bit more. Now exhale, rest your hands on top of your hips. And then inhale, unbend the front leg. And take a step forward with your back foot and align all toes pointing to the front now. No, so we have the right leg still first. You just step your left one a little bit forward.
Oh, a little bit forward. Okay.
Looks like it's still on the front. Yeah. So you should look like an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let me. And then hands from behind you, you're going to try and grab opposite elbows here from behind you. If you cannot grab all of your elbows, it's okay to only grab the forearms, but as close as you can to your elbows. And then inhale, grow a tall spine, raise your kneecaps and everything. And then exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. So that you can do this fold hinge from your hips. If you lead with your head at the fold, then what you're doing is rounding your spine. You don't want that. So lead with your chest, gazes forward. You can fold no more. Then you're gonna allow your head and neck rest down. And don't worry about how much forward you can fold here. This is the pyramid pose. After all, what I want you to take away from this is the elbow opening that this pose gives you. The pose adds more hamstring stretch to the equation, and maybe that's not the focus for this class, but the shoulder opening is. One more inhale here, exhale, shin towards your chest and come all the way up to a tall spine. Unravel your hands carefully. Inhale, lunge your leg, warrior one, look up, reach back if you can. Exhale, now plant your palms into the mat. Step your foot back. You're in high plank. And now travel through your vinyasa. Our facing dog is the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg up, pointing with your heel, the left foot forward. So you're in lunge. Yeah. And then your back heel comes down. So forward, foot goes 45-degree angle forward. And then inhale, lift your upper body up. You're in warrior one. And for this side, close your eyes. Use previous warrior one, apply it here. Your heel is down onto the mat, both of your heels actually. Your back leg is straight and strong kneecap, raise them out. And your front knee right on top. You might want to widen your stance. Take a step back with your back foot. There we go. Yes. Your front knee directly on top of your ankle, and you can look through your knee to see your big toe only. And then upper body, same as mountain pose. Your hips are facing the front. They tend to be a little bit open. So maybe think of that right hip forward and then strong core. Inhale, activated in case you lost it. And then exhale, hands on top of your thighs. And then inhale, unbend the front leg. Take a step forward. Align now all of your feet facing the same direction, preparing you for the pyramid. And then grab opposite elbows from behind you. If you did one hand, one arm in front of the other, try to invert that for this side.
Okay.
The side that feels naturally for you, now invert that for the grabbing of the opposite elbows. Now inhale, a tall spine, and exhale, hinging from your hips. Start folding forward. So look to the front as much as you can. When you can't fold no more, then allow your head and neck to rest. And then in this class, it was intended as a shoulder opener, shoulder joints strength, and neck, but they're connected. So this is gonna help you a lot to integrate the two aspects of this class. So in here, the focus is more on the shoulders and maybe the neck while you have it resting, rather than the hamstrings, but do help yourself with that by raising both of your kneecaps. One more inhale here, then exhale. One vertebra at a time, come all the way up. Release your hands where they are at. Inhale for a warrior one and look up. Reach back if you can, and then exhale. Plant your palms down. Step your foot back and travel through a vinyasa. Once back in downward facing dog, take a breather. Exhale, empty. Inhale, long, reach and full. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, through in between your hands, runner's lunge. Back heel comes down once more again. And then inhale, this time only lift yourself halfway up. Think of 45-degree angle line from heel to crown of your head. So we're here with the body. We're looking forward. There we go. And then exhale, get your hands by your hips, palms facing down, airplane mode. And then interlace them behind your back. Inhale, extend your arms straight to the back. And shine your heart to the front. Your hips in an angle, but now your chest is open. And your shoulders already started to open. Exhale, fold forward into humble warrior. And maybe your hands just follow the same trajectory as you're folding down. They don't move, they don't exaggerate the direction that they're pointing at, and that's fine. You're already opening your shoulders. And also don't worry about how much you can fold forward here. One more inhale here in your humble warrior. Exhale, release the grip, plant your palms in between your foot, step that foot back, you're in high plank, and keep going through your vinyasa. And once back in downward facing dog, let's do the other side. So inhale, three-legged dog on the left side. Exhale, runner's lunge, foot in between your hands. Back heels down. Inhale, only lift yourself halfway up for extended power lunge. Exhale, airplane hands. Inhale, straighten your arms and shine your heart forward. And exhale, fold, humble warrior. Again, don't worry about how high you can aim your hands to worry about feeling those shoulders opening, resting your neck heavy and heavy. One more inhale. Exhale, release the grip. Plant your palms down onto the mat and step your foot back to go through a vinyasa. Or vinyasa if your body is calling you to that. Once back in downward facing dog, take a breather. Exhale, empty. Inhale, long, reach and full. Exhale, let it go, loud sigh. Look in between your hands, take a walk forward. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale. And then inhale, one vertebra at a time. Drag yourself to a standing position. And you can turn around so that you face the camera and take a big step to the as wide as your mat. Well, not as wide as your mat, please, but as comfortable that you feel like you can sustain without losing balance too much. And inhale, arms up, tall spine, and exhale, fold forward. Try to lead with your chest as usual. And when your hands reach the floor, hand heavy here. And then twist sideways, maybe grab opposite elbows like you did at the first. Normal forward fold. This is wide angle forward fold. Shake your head yes or no, or interlace your hands behind your head. Maybe even try to reach one knee. Not necessary to be able to kiss them, but Maybe try that just to check where you're at. And then both hands in front of you on the floor. And get the left one right in front of you in the center. And then inhale, lift the right one up for a twist. So the A pose helps your hips open. The twist helps your spine to stretch and in the twist mode. But your shoulders, focus on your shoulders and your neck, your gaze is up. Your shoulders are opening, trying to stack themselves on top of each other. And your gaze helping your neck to look up. Exhale, release the hand down. Inhale, opposite hand up and focus on the same things, especially for the shoulder and neck. Complete the look by even looking up. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, opposite hand up. Exhale, down. Inhale, opposite hand up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. And all heel your feet inward now, like a normal forward fold. Feet stop when they're like right inside underneath your hips. And then inhale once again, right arm up. And don't worry about your legs if they're bent. Worry about the twist. Your hand is still on, bottom hand is still on the floor. You're twisting with a forward fold. So hand down, you're folding forward. Hands down on the floor. And then bend your legs, bend your legs.
Okay.
And your left you can reach. Yeah. Inhale now. Raise the right arm up. Yeah. So you have a support with your bottom hand down on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And don't worry about your legs, how much they're bending. Then at the exhale, you're gonna get the top hand behind your back. There we go. And what you're trying to reach is your opposite leg's inner hip crease. So your hand is gonna be here. Or trying to get there. If you don't get there, grab clothing instead. And then keep looking up, opening your shoulder up, your heart to the side. One more inhale here. Carefully unravel the hand down to the floor. And then inhale the left one up. Bind on the other side. Exhale. Find the opposite inner hip crease now. About how much you gotta bend your legs. Have the support from your hand. There we go. That hand is trying to reach. And look up. Look up over your shoulder so that you can stack shoulders on top of each other. Open your heart to the side and your gaze to the ceiling. One more inhale here. Exhale. Carefully unravel your hand from where it is down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your foot back, and travel through a vinyasa. Alrighty. Back and now we're facing dog. We continue the shoulder openings. Inhale. Right foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, runner's lunge. This time, keep your back heel lifted. And then back heel lifted. Back heel. Lifted. There we go. And then inhale. Lift your upper body up. You're in high crescent lunge. Now notice the difference. Warrior one versus high lunge. Now your heel is up. Now there's a balancing aspect. Hope you're using your core here is helping you. Inhale here. So now spin your heel inward and down. Your body will open to the side into warrior two. So now notice the alignment of your feet, the back leg, the straight leg. Your foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Your front foot is still pointing to the front at your lunge leg. And then it's the same concept, except your body is open now to this side. Your knee tends to cave in warrior two. Pull it outward, still on top of your ankle. And then your arms pointing each side of the room, not doing something, not just hanging in there. Reaching. And inhale here, lower your lunge. Exhale from form on top of your thigh. And the other hand comes all the way forward for extended side angle. And then inhale, reach even with your shoulder. Exhale, retract your shoulder into its own socket. Inhale, reach the forearm all the way up. I'm not sure if you're doing the right side, so that's why I'm like, all right, and now only reach up, did that arm, you're in reverse warrior now. And reach with your shoulder, exhale, retract it back to its own socket. Inhale here, exhale, bend your top arm now, gaze is still up, and now you can grab your elbow with your other hand to open your shoulder. Inhale here, exhale, unravel your hands all the way down to the mat. Take your foot back, trago through a vinyasa. Back in downward facing dog, the other side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Heel face lifted this time, back heel lifted, and then inhale. Come on up during high crescent lunge. Use your core for the balance. You need to take a wider stance. So maybe step your back foot. There we go. Arms up, high lunge. Exhale now, heel open warrior two. Switch sides so you can see me.
Okay.
Yeah. So your lunging leg, what's the other one? Let me do it camera side for you.
Yeah.
Is your opposite leg that is lunging now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I was lunging. This was fun.
Right in the camera. Okay, so your lunging leg, your foot is pointing to the short edge, while your straight leg, the back one, your foot is parallel to that short edge of the mat. Yeah, and then your shoulders at the same points as your hips. You're not floating forward. You're a nice trunk at your spine. Inhale, lower on your lunge and reaches arm to either side. Exhale, forearm to thigh, and the top arm reaches a little bit forward, palm facing down. This is extended side angle. Inhale, reach with your shoulder. Exhale, retract it back. Inhale, now come all the way up into reverse warrior. And exhale, retract your shoulder into its own socket. Inhale here, exhale, bend your elbow and grab it with your other hand to open your shoulder. Let me do my opposite side because I'm doing the same side just so that you can see me in the same camera angle. Inhale, open your shoulder. Exhale, carefully unravel your hands all the way down to the mat. Take your foot back and travel through a vinyasa. Exhale, all of your air out, empty. Inhale, long, reach, full. Exhale, let go. Inhale, three-legged dog on the right side. Exhale, runner's lunge. Sink your back heel down and pause. So when you do the runner, the transition, instead of guiding your hands back, you step your foot a little bit forward. So let's go to downward facing dog. Let's come back here. Let's come back to downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. And wherever it lands, you're gonna guide your foot even more forward rather than guiding your hands to your foot. There we go. Yes. And then your back foot comes down. And if you need to shorten your stance so that that back heel stays on the mat, then shorten it from there. Okay, now inhale, lift the right arm up. You're in revolve side angle. And same deal like when we were twisting. Look up. Try to get shoulders to stack on top of each other. Exhale, release the hands down. And inhale, opposite hand up. You're in side angle. Counter twist. Inhale here, exhale, hand down. I want to switch side. I'm scared of the table.
All right.
Inhale, revolve side angle, right hand up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, side angle. So when you're in side angle, your spine, if I were to draw it, is not really twisting. But after a revolve side angle, it feels like twist because of the other extreme that your spine has to go. Exhale, both hands down. And step your foot back and travel through a vinyasa. And then once back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, the left, other side, left foot up. Left, okay. Now, step it through, and again, whatever your foot lands, you're gonna guide it more to the front rather than your hands down towards your foot. Sink your back, heel down, and then inhale, lift the left arm up, revolve side angle. I can barely see you on this side. Oh, because there's something on the way now. Okay. Yeah, so.
Right.
With the full side angle, so you should be facing the other way.
The other way, okay.
There we go, yeah. And your back leg, step it back, step it back. Yeah, and keep it straight. Yes. Look up even with your gaze. Exhale, release the hand down. So you're only moving through the spine. Keep your back leg straight. Then inhale, other side up. And feel through your spine and through your shoulders, your neck, the movement that you're creating here. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, revolve side angle. So you see, try not to move your legs at all. Step your back leg a little bit to the back, lunge, so that you have to lunge your front leg. There we go. Yeah, and keep it straight. Raise your kneecap if you cannot find, there you go, a straight leg. Keep it straight. And then exhale, both hands down. Inhale, opposite hand up now. And then do it without moving your foot at all. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, other hand up. And then exhale, plant both hands into the mat. Take your foot back to travel through a vinyasa. Take a breather. Exhale, empty. Inhale, long, reach, full. Exhale, let go. From your downward facing dog, let's reset your downward facing dog. Bend your legs a whole lot. And now point your tailbone up to the sky. So you're going to rotate from your pelvis, rotate it up. Yeah. And then your chest down. Try to get your chest closer to your legs. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So you're gonna place your elbows onto the mat during dolphin pose now, one elbow at a time. But your hips are still high and aiming up, yeah. And notice your head is not touching the mat because your shoulders are helping it to stay on top. At the exhale, you're gonna bend from the elbow and your shoulder, find the forehead to the mat, head taps. And then inhale, come back up into dolphin pose. Exhale, head tap. Inhale, come on up. Your legs and hips are not moving. This is all from your shoulders, giving you strength. Do one more on your own. Need help to come back here? Maybe do it from tabletop. Actually, Natasha, come here into standing all fours. There we go. All right. Now find your forearms onto the mat and see how you're lifted. Now you're gonna moving from your shoulders and elbows, find the forehead to the mat. And then inhale, come up and send yourself to the back as much as you can. And then exhale, head tap. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale one more time up. And then from here, just find yourself laying onto your stomach, onto the mat. Okay. Hands by your sides, one cheek to the mat. Shake everything out before you move on. Now get your hands underneath your shoulders and get all of your legs to touch. Everything is touching there. Your feet are pointing. And then inhale, lift your chin and heart into low cobra. And again, a reminder, do this without lifting your hands. You're lifting with your lower back muscles. Complete the look by looking up, even with your eyeballs. Feel your neck and spine here. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, low cobra. And then exhale down. This time at the inhale, you're gonna immediately place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Inhale. Lift up. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Preparing your Sphinx pose. And in case you lost it, your feet are together, feet pointing, shoulders away from ears. Lift yourself up as much as you can. Natasha, lift yourself.
Yes.
Shoulders away from ears.
Shoulders to ear.
No, shoulders away from ears.
Shoulders, okay?
Your hip.
My hip. Oh, okay.
Lift up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, shoulders away from ears always.
Away from here.
Look up, even with your eyeballs, mouth. And feel all of your spine in a mini back bend and your neck also going into a back bend.
Nah, quédate aquí. Vengo ahorita. Nah. Okay. Y la perrita siento llorar con ella, papi.
And breathe normally.
Llorar con ella, ¿verdad? Okay. Are my shoulders right?
And then if this is a good enough back bend for you, stay here. But if you feel like you have a little bit more, then straighten your arms with your hands where they are for a full cobra. Again, shoulders away from ears. And look up and be mindful of your lower back if it feels like it's too much. Sphinx pose, good enough pose to stay at. One more inhale, whichever you want to be at, and then exhale. Find yourself all the way down to the mat, one cheek to the mat. Windshield wipe your legs. Your shoulders come on from tabletop down onto your mat. You're gonna sit in the long way of your mat, legs long in front of you. Feet are reaching the top of your mat. That's how you know you're sitting yourself at the middle of the mat. And now that we stretch out the neck and back bend and the spine, the lower back, you should be feeling it now. We need to counteract that by going into a seated forward fold. You can do it with your legs bent. Again, this thing. Okay, we're finishing, but my God, Zoom. Ugh. 10 minutes. I can do it. Okay, legs long in front of you. You can have a micro bend in your legs. With your legs straight, you're just gonna add hamstring stretch to the equation. I want you to focus on the folding in the opposite side now. So inhale, tall spine, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And maybe grab your feet with your hands at the outer edge and use it to, at the inhale, you find space in between each vertebrae, reset your spine in a straight position, and then exhale, you see how much you can fold forward. And I want you to focus now on your lower back. It should feel elongating, it should feel stretching, which is good. In the previous poses, we had it contracted and back bending. Now we're going forward. When you can fold no more, of course, let your neck and head rest heavy and add that neck elongation as well. If you're doing this with the legs straight, then raise your kneecaps so that you activate your quad, open your hamstring, help yourself with that stretch, but not the focus here. The focus is on the spine right now. Breathe here or use the breath at your advantage as I explained. See if you can fold more, do so as the exhales. One more inhale here, exhale, tuck your shin towards your chest. One vertebra at a time, come all the way up. And then maybe you can face, actually let's stay like this so that the transition is easier. Just bend your legs, find both soles of your feet touching. And we're going to do a little bit of hip opener before we close the class. We're going into butterfly. Don't worry about how close or how far away you have your feet in relation to you. And don't worry if your knees can touch the floor or not. Grab either at the top of your ankle or grab at the outer edge of your feet. Get those soles of the feet always together, touching. And then inhale, give yourself a nice straight spine. And then exhale, keeping that straight spine, leading with your chest in from your hips. Fold forward. And the same idea applies. Fold as much or as little as your body allows you. Honor the level that your body is at right now. Don't push too much. Don't invite pain into your body. Just only the stretch sensation, and your drishti is the one that's gonna tell you where is that line. So if you can smell your feet here are not good for you, but not the goal eventually, but maybe not for today. Take a deep breath in, exhalation. Chin towards your chest and one vertebra at a time. Come all the way up. Get your knees together and maybe get your feet out and find yourself laying all the way down onto the mat. Give yourself a big hug once you're laying down here, knees towards your chest, and maybe try grabbing opposite elbows from the top of your knees, or maybe not, just moving around, maybe side to side, back and forth in a full circle. Just massage your spine here against the mat. And slowly loosen up the hug, find a butterfly, grab at the outer edge of your feet and separate them so they face the sky. And keep moving around. This is happy baby pose. And beyond moving around, you can add hamstring flex. Stretch now, extend one leg or both at the same time. Whatever you want to do, you're still moving, you're being loud. Like a happy baby, you have vibrational breath at your disposal. Use them here. I don't hear you breathing. I'm gonna cue it. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, HA. Still did not hear you. Inhale. Exhale outside. Alrighty, there we go. Even laughter, I like that. You can take your final resting pose. Get all lips long in front of you. And hands are by your side, palms facing up. If this feels too open, too vulnerable to you, you can have one hand at the belly, the other at the heart, your choice. Close your eyes here. And allow your body to melt into the mat. You're still, but you're not falling asleep. You're maybe finding points of hidden tension on your body and using your exhales to truly let go, truly find relaxation. That's something that you practice here now, in case you haven't noticed throughout your day, your life, how to truly feel relaxed. Hey, you're laying down. Using your breath, you're not just finding stillness, find relaxation at your body. Stillness but not mean stiffness. Once you know that your body is truly relaxed, then keep your mind in one place. Keep your mind relaxed. And you did it at the beginning of class. You only need to focus on your breath. Hopefully the whole class gave you an idea. You're synchronizing movement with reading all the time. Maybe now synchronize those ways that your breath creates by using it as a way to keeping your mind in the present. Your breath is always present. Just because you look like you're laying down about to fall asleep doesn't mean that you stop practicing this pose. This is actually the hardest pose in all yoga because it requires mind awareness. But make it simple that you keep going back to that gentle focus on your breath. Little by little, the intervals that your mind is focusing on your breath grow longer, but maybe that's not the focus of this class. Just focus on any distraction that there is. You tell your mind, go back to noticing your breath. Slowly, little by little, you build up. But for now, your breath is all you need. Being down Shavasana, by the way, the sun is on my face, but it's okay. If you wanna, now that we're here, sitting down, look back at all the movements you did in class. You did not need yoga, so pat yourself in the back for